So, welcome to part 7 of the Dave Chappelle saga. It just seems like it's just a never ending thing with this particular story that we have going on right here. So, I found this out just by scrolling on Twitter. No one sent it to me, but I said I have to add it in because of everything that is going on. And it's crazy how far this saga is continuing to just simply grow. But like I said, the more and more stuff comes out about this, the more and more I'm going to continue to talk about it. So this person right here, in case y'all don't know, their name is Ashley Marie Preston, and they are the person that was behind the whole walkout at Netflix. Well, it turns out this Ashley Marie Preston was no angel themselves, because according to this article that I'm going to read from OP India or Oplendia, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this thing right or not, that was posted on October 21st, 2021. It says that the activist behind the walkout over transphobic comedy special, and they put transphobic in quotations, has made bigoted tweets against Asians and homosexuals in the past. Isn't that interesting? So this makes this person look like a straight up hypocrite. It says Ashley Marie Preston, the activist behind the Team Trans Netflix walkout over the Dave Chappelle comedy special, has made a series of problematic tweets in the past. Screenshots of tweets she has made in the past have gone viral that reveal a deep-seated hatred towards Asians and homosexuals. Matt Orfalia, who is a documentary filmmaker and journalist according to his Twitter profile, shared screenshots of her tweets where she can be seen expressing a desire to commit violence against homosexuals. Now, I'm going to read for you one tweet there's a lot of tweets. One of them, and I'm going to kind of edit how I say what she said. And the first tweet that I'm about to read was posted on September 8th, 2018. One of them says, "Bro, I'd beat the dog-ish out of you. Furry slipper wearing ass F-boy. In real life, I'd smash your effing head in like a can of A&W root beer, but I'ma fall back and let you keep pretending for the internet, dick rider." A series of tweets also show bigotry toward Asian Americans. In one tweet, she claimed that she had broken her phone on the head of an Asian woman. The tweets are littered with abuses of the worst kind. And they literally dug back. Like, some of these tweets date back as early as 2010. Now, the ones she's talking about, the Asians, date back to 2010 and 2011. One says, "Asian hoes act like they won't get karate chopped in their MFing throat. What is this hoe staring at? Mind your business. Hashtag bitch." Then she says, "Latino and Asian businesses need to stop being rude and effing disrespectful. And I know it's a lot to ask in California, but speak effing English too. Hashtag yeah, I said it." Another one says, "This Asian nigga in Subway got a fat ass. He almost looks like bitch from behind. Hashtag like a bitch from behind. SMH." And there's so much more that they go in on in these tweets. I'm not going to continue to read them, but y'all pretty much get the picture. Ashley Marie Preston has served as a campaign surrogate for Elizabeth Warren during the latter's presidential campaign in 2020. It was then that her past tweets had first surfaced, for which she issued an apology. Preston blamed her substance abuse for the tweets. Oh my God. Substance abuse? So you mean to tell me substance abuse actually made you get on Twitter and type all of this? She's using the same thing that Roseanne did when she was blaming the Ambien for her racism. And who was that most recent one that I did? Oh, Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash said it was her drug addiction that caused her to be the way she is and talk about people in the black community. No, it's just who you are as a person. And the same thing goes for this Ashley Marie Preston. This is who you are. She has said in October 2019, "At the height of my meth addiction 8 or 9 years ago, I made a series of racially insensitive and homophobic tweets. I wasn't out yet and was dealing with internalized transphobia while homeless in a neighborhood where I felt culturally inferior. I stay up for days on end tweeting from an impaired conscience while shadowboxing via tweet with anyone who made me feel less than." The cap that's all over this. Although those tweets were resurfaced as a political play, I take full responsibility for my actions and deeply apologize to those I've offended or hurt. I also apologize to those indirectly impacted by these developments. At over 7.5 years clean and sober, I've learned to make amends when I'm wrong and to take complete accountability for my actions. I don't think so. If you're blaming it for your addictions or for why you posted these tweets, I don't think that's you taking accountability. But okay. I didn't have the education, information, mentorship, or cultural competence I have now. I also not strung out on drugs and have a clear heart and mind today. The tweet appeared to have been deleted since then. Let's see. The last part reads, Netflix employees on Wednesday staged a walkout accusing comedian Dave Chappelle of making transphobic quote-unquote comments in his comedy special for the streaming platform. The walkout has received support from celebrities across the board, although ordinary people on social media appear to be firmly behind the comedian. CEO Ted Sarandos too stood by the comedy special and said that it was consistent with the kind of content Netflix seeks to offer its audience. After his initial memos, where he asserted that content on screen doesn't directly translate to real world harm, Sarandos claimed to have screwed up his response in an interview later, but even so, he stood by his decision to let the comedy special remain as it is on the platform. So this person right here, this Ashley Marie Preston, who I'm guessing identifies as trans, basically was being this and that phobic themselves in their own past tweets. And they felt that now what's interesting is they said they pulled these tweets from last year. Well, not from last year, but from years ago, but they did it last year. You would think that this person would be smart not to try to lead the charge for what it is that's going on, not realizing that they could pull those tweets again. That's the thing about the internet. Once it's out there, it is out there forever. Good luck trying to retrieve anything that's put out there about you. But more importantly, good luck trying to retrieve anything that you put out there about yourself. Like this person put out these rather very inflammatory tweets. And then the worst part is they tried to blame it on substance abuse. I don't know what it is with people who feel the need that they have to always go to the substance abuse or the alcohol addiction excuse for why they do what they do. And so you mean to tell me this person was like literally high every single day and the first thing they decided to do was to get on Twitter and say what they say? All I'm gonna know is this: if I was a person who was abusing drugs, getting on social media would have probably been the last thing that I would do. I would be trying to get to, if I'm smart, first off, I wouldn't be doing it. Second of all, if I was on, I would be trying to, if I wanted to, and that falls upon myself, get to a clinic and get into rehab so I can get off of these drugs that could potentially take me out. Not get on social media and say the most wildest things like this person did, and then have the nerve to try to stage a walkout from Netflix when you yourself was saying the worst things. Here's the thing about this hypocrite. This person wants to had staged a whole walkout over what was being said. Meanwhile, the tweets that came back actually said a whole lot worse than what Dave Chappelle could have ever said in his special. Like this person said they wanted to beat the dog-ish out of somebody. That's threatening bodily harm. You're threatening to assault somebody. But like I said, so much has gotten exposed with this community in just the last month. It's not even funny. From one special, it literally exposed how toxic Hall T actually is. Like really, more than anything. You don't really hear from the L, the G, or the B that much when it comes to this. It's all surrounding around T. And now I think I said it before, now I can see why the L, the G, and the B don't want the T attached. Because look at the toxicity that's just coming just from them. This person said they wanted to beat the doggish out of somebody. They made fun of Asian people and stuff of that nature. And granted, you know, the Asian community, considering their history with us, they can hold their own wontons. But still, they pulled a bunch of tweets. And like I said, I only read just a couple of them. There was so much more I could have read. I just gave y'all a little taste, a preview of what this person said. They said these tweets date back to 2010. The most recent one was the one that said that will beat the doggish. That was the most recent one that was in 2018. But hypocrite. This person's a straight up hypocrite. Through and through. Go on stage or walk out and say that Dave Chappelle said this and that. Meanwhile, you was on Twitter doing and saying a whole lot worse. So, yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.